And the media gaslit us to the absolute limits of their ability. The absolute limits. Joy Reid spent the entire time she was discussing Trump the other day comparing him to Mussolini, Stalin, Hitler, talking about a right-wing authoritarian regime, as if he had never been president for 4 years and didn't behave like any of those things. As if the economy wasn't booming, as if people weren't making more money, as if we weren't involved in any new conflicts overseas, no new wars.
And I mean, I could point to a lot of things Trump did in his 4 years that I think were bad, but they were things that were similar to Obama and Bush, and you know what I mean? It wasn't different.
He could point to them too. You know, when I talked to him about what it was like to actually govern for the first time ever, it's a daunting task. He was telling me about the thousands and thousands of appointments he had to make, thousands of people he had to pick. He didn't know who any of these people were. He had to trust people that he knew, and he didn't know who was telling him the truth and who was just trying to get the system moving along in the exact same direction. And he got bogged down with a lot of that shit. It took forever for them to weed it out. Which is the crazy thing about being president. It's the hardest job on the planet, and you start it without any knowledge of it.
Well, and I mean, a little bit of that's on him because there were some people who he probably should have known. What I didn't like in his answer about that to you is that then he kind of pivoted to talking about how John Bolton was actually really good to have there because
he was terrifying.
He's terrifying and he's crazy. Oh, this guy wants war with everyone. But the problem is that, like, that's not how it went down. John Bolton ruined the North Korea deal. It's not like it was successful and the North Koreans were so scared of John Bolton that they wanted to talk to Donald Trump. They were at the meeting. They were willing to talk to Donald Trump. And then John Bolton came in and they were like, well, these guys are psychopaths. I don't want to make a deal with them.
That
and
mustache alone.
And I will say, look, man, I was rooting for Trump last night as much as anybody in this country was.
Not as much as Tony Hinchcliffe.
Okay. Second most. Second to Tony Hinchcliffe.
Tony Hinchcliffe. More Puerto Ricans voted for Trump than ever by up 26%. He was so...
Well, but wasn't it and wasn't that just one of the look, there's obviously a huge series of these things where the Democrat establishment and the corporate media, but I repeat myself, it's death by 1,000 self-inflicted wounds.
Yes.
But it is almost as if it's like their whole thing relies on lies.
Right.
It's just all lies. And they have their eyes shut and their fingers in their ears, and they're going, no, nope. We're just pretending reality is the thing we want it to be.
Exactly.
They don't want to get slowed down by this force that is objective reality. And so all of it, you know, whether it's Joe Biden's sharp as a tack, Kamala Harris's joy, Donald Trump is Hitler. Tony Hinchcliffe was a man at an event who made some comments.
Did you see?
He wasn't really. That wasn't a comedian who was ribbing everybody.
Not only that, but an insult comedian. A comedian who's famous for insulting people.
And we're supposed to act like this, it's not 2024. Like, we didn't all grow up on Don Rickles, and we all know exactly what Tony Hinchcliffe is doing.
Did you see the clip that the mothership posted? It's on my Instagram.
No.
So they're talking about the comedian who made